If you're building Lunar teams, Columbina might be the most valuable support you can add to your account right now. She enables every Lunar reaction while providing team buffs and off-field damage, but does that make her worth pulling? Without wasting any time, let's break down exactly what she does, how she plays, and where she fits. Columbina is an off-field hydro support who scales primarily off HP. She provides three main things: consistent off-field hydro application, impressive off-field damage, and powerful buffs for every Lunar reaction. Her rotation is also very straightforward. Start by using her skill, which periodically deals hydro damage that follows the active character. Then cast her burst to create a Lunar domain that grants adaptive buffs based on your team's Lunar reactions. And finally, swap into your next character. But if you'd like to spend more time on field, Columbina can also be played as a Lunar Bloom DPS through her special charged attacks. Just keep in mind that while this playstyle is perfectly viable, most players do consider Nefer to be a stronger option here since she's a dedicated Lunar Bloom DPS. One other important thing to take note of is that Columbina's buffs are designed almost entirely around Lunar reactions. Unlike more universally flexible support such as Furina, she excels as the core of Lunar teams but offers considerably less value in more traditional compositions. So overall, Columbina is incredibly easy to play and requires very little field time while offering some of the strongest support for Lunar teams. Most of Columbina's value comes from skill and burst. This means that they should both be your highest priority. Her normal attack can be level last unless you're specifically building her as an on-field DPS. Her best in-slot weapon is Nocturne's Curtain Call. It provides crit damage, HP and energy while further increasing her overall damage, making it her best option for both her support and on-field playstyles. For more accessible options, Prototype Ember is her best free-to-play choice. It offers HP, helps with the energy requirements and gives some team-wide healing whenever she uses her burst. Sacrificial Jade is another excellent option. It provides crit rate, HP and elemental mastery, making it strong for maximizing her off-field damage. Favonius Codex is also worth considering if your energy recharge is lacking. Not only does it help Columbina burst consistently, but it also lowers the energy needs of the rest of your team. As for the wood set, it can produce some impressive damage numbers if your energy requirements are already covered. However, its random buffs make it far less consistent than the other options. Her best artifact set is 4-piece Silken Moon Serenade. It provides energy recharge while also granting the entire team elemental mastery, easily making it her most consistent support set. But if another support is already holding it, then 4-piece Obad of Morningstar and Moon becomes an excellent alternative for increasing Columbina's personal damage. And lastly, if you're playing as an on-field DPS, 4-piece Knight of the Skies Unveiling is her best option. Just be careful not to overcap on her crit rate. For main stats, you'll generally want an HP percent or energy recharge sands depending on your needs, then an HP percent goblet, and finally an HP percent or crit circlet. For substats, prioritize energy recharge until you reach around 180 to 200% if you wish to burst every rotation, then HP percent or crit stats, and finally elemental mastery. As a general benchmark, aim for at least 30,000 HP with around 35,000 being the point where her buffs are fully maxed out. Any additional crit stats simply increase her personal damage. Columbina fits into every Lunar reaction team, making her the most flexible support for this archetype. One of her strongest Lunar charge teams is Columbina, Flins, Inefa, and Sucrose. Here's why it works. Columbina enables Lunar charge while providing powerful team buffs, Inefa supplies consistent electro application, and Sucrose groups enemies while sharing elemental mastery. Together this all allows Flins to deal great sustained damage. For Lunar Bloom, you can run Columbina, Nefer, Llama, and Sucrose. Here, Columbina enables Lunar Bloom while significantly buffing the team's damage, Llama provides additional Lunar Bloom buffs alongside Resistant Shred, while Sucrose once again supplies grouping and elemental mastery. All of this allows Nefer to fully capitalize on a powerful charged attack playstyle. Finally, for Lunar Crystallize you can have Columbina, Jibai, Linnea, and Ilua. Columbina buffs Lunar Crystallize while providing consistent hydro application, Linnea contributes healing, resistant shred, and strong off-field damage, while Ilua further amplifies Jibai's Lunar Crystallize damage, making this one of Columbina's strongest teams. The main takeaway here is that if you're building Lunar reaction teams, Columbina will almost always be one of your best support options. C1 immediately triggers gravity interference whenever Columbina uses her skill, while also providing additional team utility depending on the Lunar reaction, granting energy for Lunar Charge, interruption resistance for Lunar Bloom, and a shield for Lunar Crystallize. C2 allows gravity to build much faster while improving Columbina's adaptive buffs, making it her biggest supportive constellation. C3 increases the level of her skill by 3, while C4 restores energy whenever gravity interference triggers and further increases the damage of her Lunar reactions. C5 increases the level of her burst by 3, and finally C6 grants teammates a massive 80% crit damage bonus to the corresponding element after triggering a Lunar reaction. Columbina's best constellation is C2. C1 is already an excellent stopping point thanks to the additional energy, interruption resistance and shielding, but C2 takes her supportive capabilities even further, making it her strongest early investment. So with all of that covered, is Columbina still worth it? If you're building lunar reaction teams, Columbina is one of the highest priority supports in the game. She provides incredible buffs, strong off-field damage and fits into virtually every lunar team. However, if you rarely play lunar reactions or want a Hydra support with more universal flexibility, much of her value disappears. If this helped you out, consider liking the video and subscribing to get the channel to 1000 subs. But as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.